Despite jumping ship to join the Saudi-backed LIV, Bubba Watson claims to have received guaranteed money from the PGA. It's a really big deal since he's been under the radar for taking guaranteed money along with a heavy contract from LIV. Phil Mickelson, on the other hand, has made a stunning claim about his career ever since he joined the Saudi rebels. Keep watching this video for more on the story. First up, it's nothing new. Like Bubba Watson, almost every player who ditched the PGA to join LIV received a lot of criticism. Players who stuck with PGA kept on saying guys like Bubba weren't loyal to the game, and the only reason why they jumped ship was because of the money. LIV players were also under the radar for receiving some really big contracts along with guaranteed money for switching loyalties. The massive contracts weren't exactly the issue, since they had more to do with the money part. And when everyone started blasting Watson for having received guaranteed money from LIV, he split the beans, claiming the PGA does the same. It makes me laugh because on the PGA Tour, I got paid behind closed doors to show up at tournaments, many tournaments. Honestly speaking, we're not sure why this is becoming such a huge issue. The myth that golfers have to work for their money is a bit weird if you ask us. It's like any other sport. You get money to show up. Players like Bubba Watson have a lot of name value, and it would be pretty sad to see them not get paid for showing up at events. And the current structure isn't exactly bad, you know? It's not like they're getting paid millions of dollars just to show up. They'll get a couple of $100,000 in guaranteed money, and the real prize is only if they win. So yeah, we think there's nothing wrong with it, especially when the PGA itself has paid golfers guaranteed money in the past. Next, Bubba isn't the best. Apart from slamming the PGA, Bubba also made another really shocking claim. Since he's been paid behind closed doors to show up at events in the past, it's pretty obvious others have also been paid. And since he isn't the best player in the world, there are probably guys who are getting paid way more than Bubba in guaranteed money. So again, why this is a big deal, we don't know. You can't really try to target Watson or live on the basis of guaranteed money. It just doesn't make sense. If you've watched some of our videos in the past, then you probably know we're way past this whole LIV versus PGA war. We just want to watch a good, classy game of golf. We don't want to see the game get split into two different spheres. And all this drama about guaranteed money is only fueling the fire. If anything, it's only going to split golf even more. And that's exactly what we don't want. If PGA players and reporters loyal to the tour do want to make this a war, then at least pick something more worthwhile, you know? Don't talk about guaranteed money when the PGA is guilty of paying players like Bubba behind closed doors. Imagine how much someone like Tiger Woods or Rory McIlroy is getting paid in guaranteed money. Probably millions of dollars just to make the cut. Or, in the words of Bubba himself, win, lose, quit, whatever it is, you still got the money. Moving on, the PGA hits back. PGA hit back hard after sharing an official memo to ESPN to clear its position. They used fancy words, but don't worry, we're going to make it very simple. The PGA said it's not the tour that pays golfers guaranteed money. It's actually prohibited under tour guidelines to do that. But if a sponsor contacts a player and pays them guaranteed money for just showing up, then that's allowed under the guidelines. Get it? It's not the PGA who paid Bubba, but it was actually the sponsors. Then why is Watson saying he got paid by the PGA Tour? It's clearly against the guidelines. The tour can't pay guaranteed money. It's etched in stone. So what's really going on here? Is this all just baseless drama meant to divide the game even more? We're not gonna lie, it's starting to become really annoying since golf is about money these days. At least some players have been honest about why they ditched the PGA, right? They're making double now at the Saudi-backed tour. If you ask us, that's perfectly fine. These guys are the best in the world, and people pay to watch them. Take any sport in the world, and that's how it is. You get paid big time for being the best in the world. But anyway, let's see if Bubba can justify the massive contract he signed with LIV when he finally steps on the golf course in 2023. Following up, the ironic case of Phil Mickelson. We'll tell you what Phil said in a bit, but remember when a single comment of his almost shut down the LIV altogether? And while the comment wasn't funny at all, his apparent U-turn on the Saudi-backed tour is just hilarious. Scary motherfucker. Yup, those are exactly the words Mickelson said about the new tour. It got so bad at one point that we literally thought LIV was about to shut down, but we're guessing a $100 million contract made him rethink things about the new tour. It's the ironic case of Phil Mickelson. His latest comments about the switch to LIV have made things funnier. And while we said we're glad some players were honest about why they made the switch, it's guys like Phil who've been under the radar for how they've handled the whole situation. See, golfers like Rory have maintained a stance from day one They've made it super clear that they're not going to be jumping ship to the Saudi-backed tour. But Mickelson? Well, first he badmouths the tour and then joins it for a $100 million contract? Oh, and he says LIV has reignited his passion for golf. Yep, he really said that. So what was it really? The $100 million or LIV? We're a bit confused about where all this renewed passion is coming from. Up next, he's back, ladies and gentlemen. We thought Phil could never make a comeback after making those comments. It seemed like he had damaged his reputation beyond repair. We're not sure if you noticed or not, but remember when he completely stopped talking for a while? It's like someone specifically told him to not talk to the media for a couple of months to avoid making similar comments in the future. And to be fair, he did a really good job at keeping it together. He was getting blasted for those comments, but you could tell he was getting other people to do the talking. But after the official conclusion of the LIV Golf Team Championship, it seems like Mickelson has found his lost voice. He was super excited and couldn't wait for LIV Golf Season 2. Who knows? Maybe he did find a new passion for golf at the Saudi-backed tour. It is something different at the end of the day, and like we've said before, LIV is a good thing. Golf shouldn't be confined to just one tour, and whether you like it or not, both these tours will have to coexist. They can't keep going while fighting a full-fledged war. But yeah, back to Phil. The 52-year-old said he was really proud and excited to be part of this golfing revolution. He thanked everyone, including the LIV management, fellow players, and his fans for supporting him while he made this transition. There was probably a not-so-public thank you to the investors as well, who fueled that massive contract of his. Last but not least, when will the war end? When is the whole LIV versus PGA drama going to end? Remember when these guys were in the news only for golf? Not because of who they support or whatever, but because of good old golf. Those were the days, and you can't exactly blame LIV for entering the scene either. They didn't violate a law or something. It's not like the PGA owns golf. So if players did ditch the PGA, whether it was for money or revolution, you can't blame them either. We think the war between the two tours will come to an end the day LIV gets world ranking points. There are going to be a lot of transitions still, with a lot of golfers joining the Saudi tour after it gets points. Because, let's face it, the best golf players in the world want the best offers too. If those offers are at LIV, then you can't blame them for leaving. If the PGA is so loyal to golf and its players, then why not just match the contracts? Tiger Woods deserves huge contracts, no doubt about it. But instead of leading secret meetings against LIV, why not cut down and make sure everybody gets paid? That's it from our side, folks. So what do you think? Who paid Bubba? The PGA or the sponsors? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, then don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more interesting content in the future. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.